The restaurant was buzzing with the evening rush, the soft hum of conversation blending with the clinking of cutlery. Amidst it all, a young woman moved gracefully between tables, her white cane tucked discreetly into her bag, her cane tapping faintly as she navigated with the precision only a blind person could master. Her name was Mia, a 28-year-old waitress with an infectious smile and a heart that always put others first. What the diners didn't know was that Mia wasn't just any waitress, she owned this place. Her parents had left her the restaurant, but she had chosen to work on the floor herself, believing in connecting with people rather than just managing from behind a desk. Tonight, the restaurant's warmth was about to be tested. At a corner table, a man with a tailored suit and an air of entitlement sat impatiently tapping his fingers. His name was Victor. A wealthy businessman with little patience for anyone he deemed incompetent, Victor had a reputation for belittling staff when things didn't go his way. When Mia approached his table to take his order, her calm and polite demeanor clashed with Victor's abrasive tone. "I said no onions on my salad." "Are you deaf, or just slow?" he snapped, a cruel smirk dancing across his face. Before Mia could respond, a man's voice cut through the tension. "Hey, that's uncalled for." A single dad named Daniel had been seated nearby, waiting for his daughter's arrival. His eyes, warm yet tired from long shifts at the hospital, had witnessed enough injustice in life to trigger a protective instinct. He didn't know Mia, and he didn't know she owned the place, but he knew he couldn't stand by. Victor turned, sneering. "And who are you, the knight in shining armor?" "I'm someone who believes people deserve respect," Daniel replied calmly, standing so that his posture was firm but not threatening. "Your attitude isn't welcome here." The restaurant seemed to hold its breath. Mia's heart pounded, not from fear, but from gratitude she couldn't yet express. Victor, unaccustomed to being confronted, scoffed and demanded Daniel leave. But Daniel stood his ground. "I won't leave until you treat her with basic decency," he said. The moment was tense, yet something about Daniel's sincerity softened the atmosphere. Victor, frustrated and unaccustomed to anyone challenging him, threw his hands in the air and stormed out, muttering under his breath. Mia, still shaking slightly, offered a timid smile. "Thank you. I didn't expect anyone to." Daniel cut her off gently. "No one deserves to be spoken to like that. Especially someone like you." For the first time that evening, Mia felt truly seen, not for her blindness, not for her position, but simply as a person deserving of respect. The next day, Mia couldn't stop thinking about the single dad who had stood up for her. She watched him from afar as he carried groceries to his small car, his daughter laughing beside him. She realized there was more to Daniel than the quick heroics of yesterday. He was kind, patient, and his love for his daughter radiated from every gesture. Still, she kept her secret. Mia wanted to see him not as the owner of the restaurant, but as herself, a regular person navigating life with grace despite challenges. Days turned into weeks. Daniel became a regular visitor, often bringing his daughter along. Every time, he interacted with Mia naturally, unaware of her ownership. Slowly, Mia found herself drawn to his resilience, his warmth, and the quiet strength he carried as a single parent. One afternoon, during a particularly hectic lunch rush, an accident occurred. A tray of drinks tipped over near Daniel's table, and without thinking, he caught it mid-air, saving a young child from a terrible spill. The restaurant erupted in applause, but Daniel, ever humble, shrugged it off. That evening, Mia finally decided it was time. She invited Daniel to sit down after closing. "There's something you should know," she began, her voice soft but steady. "I'm not just a waitress here. I own this restaurant." Daniel blinked, momentarily stunned. You're the owner?" "Yes," she said, smiling. "But yesterday, you didn't know that, and that's what makes it real. You defended me without knowing my position, without thinking about the consequences. That's the kind of person I want in my life, and in my restaurant." Daniel felt a lump in his throat. He had acted out of instinct, out of respect for another human being, not for recognition or reward. And yet, in that moment, something shifted. He realized that true connection was about honesty, courage, and compassion. From that day forward, Daniel became not just a regular patron, but a part of the restaurant's extended family. He and Mia grew close, building a bond rooted in mutual respect and understanding. Her daughter found joy in their laughter, and Daniel's daughter found a safe place where kindness was abundant. Mia's final thought as she watched Daniel laugh with her staff was simple: sometimes, life's most meaningful connections come when you least expect them, when courage meets kindness, and when hearts are open even in the most ordinary places.